New crypto regulation from the White House. Over the past several years, the market for digital assets has seen substantial growth. There are millions of individuals throughout the world who have acquired digital assets, including 16% of adult Americans. In November of last year, the market value of digital assets topped $3 trillion worldwide. The United States has the ability to strengthen its leadership position in the global financial system and maintain its position at the forefront of technological advancement via the use of digital assets. However, recent happenings in the cryptocurrency markets have shown that they also provide very significant dangers. A so-called stablecoin had a catastrophic failure in May, which was followed by a surge of insolvencies that washed out over $600 billion in investor and consumer funds. Hi, welcome back everybody, or if this is your first time here, welcome to Finance Bureau, your go-to handbook for anything related to finances. That includes crypto. I'm glad you can make it. In this video, I will walk you through the new crypto regulation released from the White House. So before we get into the nitty-gritty of this whole fiasco, give this video a thumbs up and let's dive right in. So, the headline is that the White House has just made public its first ever framework for how cryptocurrency should be regulated in the United States. The administration of US President Joe Biden is advocating for stricter supervision at a time when the use of virtual currencies is experiencing ever-increasing levels of popularity. Additionally, the administration is actively campaigning for additional regulations to be placed on digital assets, such as cryptocurrencies. The executive order for ensuring responsible development of digital assets was signed by Biden in March, and it directs the United States government to do further study and analysis on the risks and benefits of cryptocurrencies. The blueprint also outlines various ways in which the financial services industry should advance in order to facilitate transactions that are not limited by borders, as well as strategies for combating fraud in the digital asset market. So, why does it matter to you and me? At first glance, these reports are intriguing, but they do not seem to hold out much promise in terms of actual engagement. Mostly, they are recaps of previous events, evaluations of current research, or suggestions for future action. Still, there is neither a timetable nor an obligation associated with them. Nevertheless, this implies that genuine progress is being made in how the federal government is handling the regulation of cryptocurrencies. Aside from the strange focus placed on central bank digital currencies or CBDC, the various papers include a great deal of information that the cryptocurrency sector needs careful consideration. The new directions make use of the regulatory power already in place, such as those of the Securities and Exchange Commission and the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, but no one is ordering anything just yet. The long-awaited guidance from Washington has, however, captivated the interest and attention of both the crypto sector as a whole and investors in this young asset class. Each government agency has had 6 months to develop its own frameworks and policy recommendations to address the 6 priorities outlined in the executive order. There are many issues, and the proposed solutions go beyond the obvious to further establish the United States as a world leader in cryptography by fostering private sector innovation and international cooperation. The framework is broken down into 7 sections, namely consumer and investor protection, promoting financial stability, countering illicit finance, U.S. leadership in the global financial system and economic competitiveness, financial inclusion, and responsible innovation. The combined effect of these suggestions is the first whole-of-government approach to governing the sector as a whole. So there is a lot to take in. The released reports include a lot of information that has to be evaluated and unpacked. This video will simply go over each and point out whatever aspects really stand out. First of all, the White House is exploring a digital dollar. The framework recommends the establishment of a central bank digital currency, also known as CBDC, by the United States Central Bank. This currency would effectively serve as a major band for a digital version of the United States dollar. The CBDC has the potential to develop a feasible and efficient payment system, establish technical innovations, and facilitate cross-border transactions, all while fostering environmental sustainability, according to a fact sheet that has been released to demonstrate how agencies have responded to the executive order. The discussion of a digital currency has given rise to accusations that the government would one day exercise control and take over digital assets. However, these allegations are without foundation. The adoption of Executive Order 14067, as stated in part by one user on TikTok, would give the federal government the ability to turn on and turn off your money. This claim was disputed by the PolitiFact website of the Polinter Institute by referencing various sources to demonstrate that Executive Order 14067 does not allow the federal government to electronically regulate money. What do you think so far? Is this a good idea in the future of crypto? Let me know in the comment section. In reality, of course, electronic US dollars already do exist in commercial bank accounts all around the country. These dollars are backed by reserves by a method of banking known as fractional reserve banking. Moreover, the Federal Reserve insists that banks only keep a small percentage of their total deposit obligations in cash. Transactions are conducted digitally and do not entail the physical movement of bags containing cash. In this sense, a hypothetical digital dollar would, in the same way that the physical dollar is controlled, get the complete faith and support of the central bank. This would be done by the central bank. Jerome Powell, the chair of the Federal Reserve, has said on many occasions that the primary objective of digital money issued by a central bank would be to do away with the need for cryptocurrencies. The benefits of cryptocurrencies include cheaper and faster money transfers and decentralized systems that do not collapse at a single point of failure. However, on the other hand, the disadvantages include price volatility, high energy consumption for mining activities, and use in criminal activities. Thus, the following important point to highlight is the emphasis on cracking down on crypto fraud. According to one report, illegal activity in the digital asset environment has been a major worry ever since crypto was first created. The issue over illicit activity in the digital asset space has been so significant that concerns about security and the possibility of fraud have managed to keep most of the population away from crypto. In response to the concerns of fraud, the statement to EO 14067 involves the following. The President will evaluate whether to call upon Congress to amend the Bank Secrecy Act, or the BSA, anti-tip-off statutes, and laws against unlicensed money transmitting to apply explicitly to digital asset service providers. Other possibilities include increasing the penalties for the illegal transfer of money and granting the Department of Justice, or the DOJ, the authority to investigate and prosecute crimes involving digital assets, regardless of the location in which the offense was committed. The United States of America will continue to watch the growth of the digital assets industry, as well as the dangers associated with illegal financing, in order to identify any holes in the legal, regulatory, and supervisory systems. As part of this initiative, the Treasury Department will finish an illegal finance risk assessment on decentralized finance by the end of February 2023, and it will complete an assessment on non-fungible tokens by the end of July 2023. Last but not least, the White House prioritizes protecting consumers and businesses. According to the framework, establishing a CBDC in the United States while simultaneously combating fraudulent and illegal activities could make it possible to implement a payment system that is more efficient, provides a foundation for further technological innovation, facilitates faster cross-border transactions, and is environmentally sustainable. In addition to this, the guidelines indicate that it has the potential to promote financial inclusion and fairness by facilitating access for a wide group of customers. The White House seems to be primarily concerned about the volatility of cryptocurrency prices and the prevalence of fraudulent activities using cryptocurrencies. The White House issued a statement in which it urged the Securities and Exchange Commission and the Commodity Futures Trading Commission to aggressively pursue investigations and enforcement actions against illegal practice in the digital asset industry. At this time, neither the SEC nor the CFTC have regulatory authority over the cryptocurrency business as it exists today. In terms of the subsequent phases, in addition to the illicit finance risk assessment that will be conducted by the Treasury by the end of February and on non-fungible tokens by the end of July, government agencies have developed policy objectives for a US CBDC system, which according to the framework reflect the federal government's priorities for a potential US CBDC. This step will be completed in July. Other than that, the White House asserts that there are possibilities to guarantee that blockchain technology contributes to the reduction of carbon footprints and the strengthening of environmental justice. The White House Office of Science and Technology highlighted that crypto miners really have to cut their emissions of greenhouse gases, and that Congress may look into limiting high energy intensity consensus techniques. Both of these points were brought up in the report. The strategy being implemented by the White House is described as responsible innovation. This innovation is being put to use by people so that payments can be processed more quickly, financial services can be accessed by more people, and financial inclusion can be expanded. When it comes to innovation, it is the duty of the Biden administration and Congress to ensure that they are not stifling the market and doing them harm. When people think of cryptocurrency, complicated is probably one of the first things that come to mind. The concept has been around for a very long time, but many people still don't have a complete grasp of it. Finance Bureau encourages you to research and start educating yourself about cryptocurrency right now so that you can use your knowledge to work for you. If you learned anything valuable from this video, I'd appreciate it if you leave us a comment, hit that thumbs up button, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more of my finance content. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again real soon.